welcome to the Campus School production of A Bundle of Joy. This is the story of the very first Christmas when a very special baby was born. You've probably heard of him. He is called Jesus, and he is the Son of God. His mother was Mary, and she was married to Joseph. You've probably heard of them too. There they are now.
You've probably not heard of Grumble, though. Here he is, Grumble the donkey.
Grumble, 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 grumble. Grumble the donkey was very grumpy, like nothing better than to grumble. He had grumpy ears, a grumpy nose, and grumpy ears. In fact, it was a whole bundle of grumbles. That day, however, he had much more to grumble about than usual. You see, mighty Caesar, who is so famous, you have definitely heard of him, had called for a census. Everyone must travel to the place of the birth to be counted, because I say so.
For Mary and Joseph, that meant travelling all the way to Bethlehem. It was a really long and difficult journey, especially for Mary, who was about to have a baby.
Luckily, they had a donkey. Yes, that's right. Guess we had to carry Mary all the way.
Yours truly.
Forever. Grumble had aching ears, aching nose, and aching hooves. Finally, they arrived in Bethlehem. Unfortunately, so had everyone else in the land. Mary and Joseph were pushed and shoved, trotting on, barged past. It was enough to make the cheeriest donkey across. However, Grumble was not a cheery donkey. Mega grumbles! Mary was exhausted. She knew her baby was going to be born soon. They asked if any innkeepers had a room for them. No way! No. On your way.
Anymore. These are
innkeeper who felt sorry for Mary and Joseph. He had no room to spare, but he suddenly had an idea. They could use his stable.
I've just had Wi-Fi put in too.
Grumble didn't like the sound of this. Stables were for animals like him.
The last thing he wanted was people in a nice quiet stable and a baby that sounded like a whole bundle of trouble.
Ugh. He decided to stay outside where the wind and mountains have some peace. That night, in the humble little stable of Bethlehem, the Son of God was born! Meanwhile, up over the hills above Bethlehem, some shepherds watched over their flock of sheep. You might have heard of them too.
The sheep were being very naughty. Being naughty is one of the things sheep's very good at, along with leaping over fences and knitting.
Those fluffy bundles of mischief. Those fluffy bundles of cheekiness.
Those fluffy bundles of wickedness.
Those fluffy bundles of naughtiness. It was bedtime and I really didn't want to go to sleep.
Suddenly there was a bright flash in the sky.
The shepherds were terrified, covering their eyes and wondering what was going to happen. Don't be scared, shepherds, we mean no harm. Suddenly the angel Gabriel appeared. He was God's messenger and he had good news. We bring you good tidings of great joy. Tonight in a stable a king has been born. His name is Jesus and he is the Son of God.
We've got good
singing was beautiful. But I feel scared.
Shall we go and meet the newborn king?
But we're only humble shepherds. I'm a bundle of nerves. Me too, my hands are shaking.
My toes are trembling.
We should bring the new king a gift. But what can we give him? We're just poor shepherds. We're just poor shepherds. We don't have much to bring. What can we give to the special new king? But we will bring him everything we've got. A little lamb, a gift from us to him. We just poor shepherds, we don't have much to bring. What can we give to the special new king? But we will bring him everything we've got. A little lamb, a gift from us to him. The shepherds went over the hillside into Bethlehem in search of the stable. When they found it, they were nervous all over again. Will the baby like us? Are we good enough to meet him?
Grandpa the donkey was very cross that his snooze had been rudely interrupted. After his long journey, he was tired all over again.
He's got tired ears, a tired nose, and tired hooves. He was still a bundle of grumbles.
Please don't interrupt my snooze. Okay, let's go on the count of 3.
1, 2, 2.5, 3! Traveling across the desert came 3 people who were far from poor and humble. There's a good chance you've heard of them too.
They were wise kings, and they had been following a star from the east for a long time. I know lots of stuff.
I know lots of stuff about lots of stuff. We are very important kings. Very important kings.
The star the kings were following was very big. They knew it would lead them all the way to the special baby, the Son of God.
The star stopped outside of the stable.
Surely the special baby wouldn't be born in the stable.
This must be wrong. Check the map.
Who are you?
We are very important kings. Very important kings. We grumpy donkey.
He's a bundle of grumbles.
He looks grumpier than my camel.
Charming. You can carry your own bags next time.
Shall we knock? Well, you're better off out here, to be honest. Because of the baby.
He's got a point. Where there's babies, there's noise.
And that's a whole bunch of trouble with a capital T.
I'm out here.
Wait a minute, did you say baby? The kings looked at each other in astonishment. It was most unexpected, but rather wonderful. Nobody knew quite what to do. Well, you can't stand out here all evening. He's right. Why don't we go in together?
Great idea.
Shall I bring the camels too? The stable was peaceful and bathed in the warm glow of love, which came from a tiny little baby snoozing in the manger.
Everyone knew that Jesus was a very special baby. The kings and shepherds suddenly realized there had no doubt or no worry or doubt left in their hearts.
The kings gave the baby gold, frankincense, and myrrh. The shepherds lit a lamp and gathered around the manger to meet him. Grumble felt grumpy but curious. He tiptoed over to the manger, feeling shy. He peered inside and gave his biggest, broadest, donkeyiest grin. Oh, wow!
The baby wasn't a bundle of trouble at all. In fact, he looked like a whole
Grumbles disappeared. As he looked around, he realized that everyone felt it too.
They felt it in their ears, they felt it in their nose, and they felt it in their hooves. I mean feet, but most of all, they felt it where it really counts, in their hearts.
Everyone in that humble little stable was filled with joy, wonder, love. From that day on, Grumbles realized the true power of friendship, and he never, ever grumbled again. Well, not that much anyway.